Alright everybody, welcome back to This Round's On Us. This is episode 2, and today we're going to jump into a topic that we've all been talking about for a while, and it's kind of cool to have a podcast about. So we're going to kind of jump around, go back and forth on fictional characters that we would like to drink with, or have a drink with, or get drunk with, either or. Anyway, that's where we're going to start. If you guys had any people y'all would want to drink with, suggestions or anything like that, or whatever you think about the people that we want to drink with, let us know in the comments or anything like that, and maybe we'll revisit this a couple episodes down the road. But anyways, to start off, who wants to give us our first person that they're going to end up drinking with? Oh, actually, before we do that, my bad. So, we don't have our core 4 today. We're missing Tyler. But today, we have Rambo, Scott, being myself, Nick, and Joel, one of our guests behind the scenes, writers, jack of all trades is here. So anyways, Joel's actually going to be able to start us off. So, let's hear his character and kind of give our thoughts on that.
Okay. So, for me, my answer of who I would like to get drunk with the most is Sterling Archer from Archer.
Okay. I don't know why I didn't think about that.
Now, it's simple. He knows how to make every drink perfect. He's a secret agent. He's very suave. He's funny as shit. There's that one episode where he gets along with that dude. They went to Vegas and they just went wild. Got tattoos of each other on their back. Tattooed the baby.
That was a great episode. I remember that.
I want to have that Sterling Archer on my team. I'm down for anything. He's afraid of the same things I'm afraid of. I'm not going to go and fight alligators. Those are scary. And brain aneurysms. So Sterling Archer is my answer, and I will elaborate more later.
Sterling Archer. All right, next.
It's a good pick. It's a good pick.
Next we have Nick. Let's hear it out.
My pick goes to Rick Sanchez from Rick and Morty.
I don't know if I can keep up.
No, I'm not worried about keeping up. He's coming in drunk as is.
Yeah.
100%. He's always drunk.
So, I mean, you're guaranteed an awesome adventure, getting drunk with him, going to all these different planets.
Yeah, you won't even be in this dimension by the time the night's over.
Exactly. And that's awesome. I'm all for that. And, I mean, he's basically got it under control most of the time.
Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah, that's my pick.
All right, so my pick is kind of left. It's different. It's not as funny or anything like that. I would just want to get into the mind of, I guess, or have more like a serious drink than like let's get wasted and have fun. I would want to sit down across from Dexter Morgan and pick his brain with like no consequences. Like I obviously know everything he did. He knows that I know, so he's just going to talk to me openly. And then obviously I'm not going to turn him in, or he's not going to kill me. But I would just love to pick his brain, I guess. I know in the show we kind of get to pick his brain as an audience, but to just be able to sit across from somebody like that, almost like if someone was to sit down across from like a serial killer like Ted Bundy or, Dahmer and have a beer with him, how cool would that be? Or interesting, I guess, not cool. That's what I would want to do with Dexter, like pick his brain and know, I don't know, just as much as I can get out of him.
Okay, so originally I was going to pick a character that everybody's very familiar with, but I'm going to lean to another character that not maybe as many people are familiar with, but probably a decent amount of people are. I'm going to go with Dean Winchester from Supernatural. Always drinking, going on countless hunts with his brother Sam and his dad for a short period of time, and he has stories on stories on stories. I can ask him about probably anything to do with the supernatural part of the world, and I'll probably have a really good time. Might even go on a hunt with him. So Dean Winchester would be my pick.
I can't speak up much on it. Never seen Supernatural, but anything I've seen, he seems like a funny guy.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure because he's the not serious one, right?
No, he is the serious.
Oh, he's the serious one.
No, he's not serious.
He's serious when it comes down to the job.
Okay, let me not think of it that way. I just need to be able to see them. He's not the one with like the chili bowl haircut, right?
He's the one with the spiky hair.
He's the shorter guy.
Yeah.
How about I just say that?
The one that's like,
6'2".
it's like option 3 on the video game creation hair list. That's Dean's.
Got it. Okay, I can do that. I understand who that is. So for anybody that, I mean, if you haven't seen the shows, obviously it's not going to be that much help to you, but like Dexter Morgan's always from the show Dexter.
I haven't seen an episode of Dexter.
Yeah, so
I've seen.
Really, you haven't seen Dexter? It seems like a show you would have
I
seen.
feel like you would
like it until the last
So
season.
Dexter is the last season's pretty bad, but I like to, I don't want to get into it, but Dexter is more so a guy who he kills bad people. Originally, he does it because he thinks he's bad. So like his adopted father, like channels it because he was one of the actual serial killers. Like he was like killing animals and stuff and liked it and was probably gonna be a normal serial killer. And his dad was like, nah, if you're gonna have to kill stuff, you're gonna kill good. His dad was a cop, so he was like, I'm gonna give you guys that like got through the system and you're gonna kill them. And then he just did that his whole life, to his adult life, and pretty much. And there's a lot of other twists and turns, obviously turned in, but yeah, he kills people that get through the cracks. He only kills bad people. That's his rule. So
and let's just elaborate. Are we doing it like we know the show? We've already seen the whole show, and then we're talking to him.
Yeah, that's kind of.
We talking to the whole character because the only reason why I'm bringing that up is if you pick Dexter as your person, are you talking to Lumberjack Dexter?
No,
at the end.
Let's not do that. We can talk to Dexter and act like Lumberjack Dexter didn't happen. Lumberjack Dexter. So that's a sore spot for me. I love that show, but I like to twist the ending more so that like not that it was just bad, but like he literally tried to kill himself, but not even Dexter Morgan could kill Dexter Morgan. So he got away, and he just I don't know.
It's a hard twist, dude.
I gotta come up with something else. I'm gonna be.
I get it. I can only want to pick the brain of somebody so much. When I'm drinking, I want to have fun, and that's why I think Sterling Archer's the best answer.
Yeah, no, I get that. I guess we would have different answers for like if you did have somebody to sit down and pick your brain with. If you had somebody like that, like I don't know, man. It would just be interesting to like how can. I don't know. I know you haven't seen the show, but like how could I would have a beer with him? Then again, I feel like he would loosen up a little bit. To how can you be like a loving husband and father, and then like the same night cut someone's head off? Like I don't know. Or maybe I could go with him on one of his kills. Oh
Jesus,
man.
we were going to get drunk and go on a killing spree?
We would get. Whoa, I didn't say killing spree. We would get drunk and I would be like a ride along.
Oh, so you had to like get your like
like a ride along.
you gotta pop your virgin kill.
Dexter.
It was like this dude just stole stuff from Walgreens once.
No, it wasn't him.
And Dexter's like, no. Yeah, it has to be like a big villain.
Yes, yeah. Dexter would be like, we'd have a few drinks, then we'd start taking shots, and then I'd be like, hey, dude, what if we killed somebody tonight? And then Dexter, and then Dexter, like, I wouldn't be surprised if he hit me with something like, oh, well, you know what? That guy 2 tables down, he's like a 5-time rapist murderer. I've been decking him out the whole time. I actually agreed to this dinner with you so I could watch that guy. And I'm like, see, look.
So the reason that he also knows is that because he works in a police.
Oh yeah, he works for he's a blood splatter analyst. So he works.
So that's how it's a lot easier for him to get away with kills.
He can clean up everything. He knows what the cops are looking for. So he's a way and he knows how to he knows all that backdoor stuff. But anyways, he'd be like, yeah, I agreed to this dinner with you so I could watch that guy. Let's go kill that guy. And I'm a little drunk, and I go with him, and
I get that. I think that all of our
in an alternate universe, like obviously I don't want to go on a killing spree.
We're all in the same bar. We run into each other. Oh, hey guys, sorry, I'm with fucking Sterling Archer. Is that Rick Sanchez? But like,
what if we all ran into these characters together at a bar? That would be wild.
Like they were hanging out.
Yeah, together. No, like we were hanging out with them, and then we all ran into each other at the same bar.
It'd be a hell of a night.
That'd be wild. I feel like Sterling Archer and Dean Winchester would get along very well.
I don't know, because here's the thing, and this is you have to get on Sterling's good side.
I feel like Dean would try to kill Dexter.
Probably.
Wait a minute.
He's a monster.
Wait a minute. Dexter's not a monster. Dexter's cleaned up the world.
Kind of a monster.
How would Dean know?
Yeah, how would Dean know?
I mean, I don't know if he says, "Oh, hey, look, that's Rick Sanchez." Then I mean, obviously,
yeah, I guess that's a good point. Okay, so who is you're drinking with these people. Obviously, the reason why I didn't pick Rick Sanchez is because I think that's the most dangerous option. Like, look at the first episode of Rick and Morty. He's about to blow up the world, and he's fucked up. He's out to blow it up, Morty.
But he didn't. He does fix everything. All right, now he might not fix everything, but everything gets fixed.
Everything gets fixed because of the problem that he caused.
The whole universe thing. So if you want to get drunk,
so do you want a boring night, or do you want a night like that? Do you want like
I could have a great night without trying to destroy the universe.
But what? Dude. But imagine the rush.
What do you mean the rush? I can go on a hunt with Dean Winchester and hunt vampires. That's a pretty damn good.
Yeah, but you almost die.
But you've never hunted them.
This is all scary.
I don't want to hunt a demon.
Maybe I do want to hunt a demon. I've rather seen the show.
My worst fear is just secret agents pop up, but then Archer usually just kills them all super fast.
Let me ask you this: I haven't seen Archer a lot. How many people die around Archer?
Not that many.
Really?
Surprising. Like the main cast is there, and they're all pretty like.
Like, would you live?
If I was
If he was part of the main cast, yes.
I haven't seen a lot of people, like, if I was so not worth it, like, the time and space in the story, I get shot or killed. But if I'm, like, sitting there hanging out with Archer, to a certain extent, I'll probably live for at least a season.
I was about to say, if he dies, he's gonna die at the end of the season.
But if I die, I might come back as a fucking android, because that happens in that show. And my dick,
show's wild.
Yeah, I can detach my dick and stuff, just like in the show. So, like,
And this is the potential night that you want to have.
I could become an android and hang out with Sterling Archer and get him tattooed on my back.
I don't know if becoming an android is like a hardcore selling point for me with wanting to go out and just have like a good night.
Well, who's like, and honestly, like, he would figure out what drink is best for me, because he knows what's in every single drink down to the measurements, and if you don't get it exactly right,
he does. He knows everything. He's even bartender than I am.
I love the fact I love about Archer is, like, he's like, I'm drunk right now. I'm afraid of the hangover would kill me if I stopped drinking. So he's constantly drinking.
Yeah, he's literally,
So he knows exactly. And then the women. Sterling Archer's gonna bring the women. He is like a funny James Bond.
He's a funny, stupid James Bond.
Yeah, but he's still the #1 secret agent and doesn't work for ISIS anymore.
He worked for ISIS.
You never seen Archer?
I've only seen.
Okay, so the show starts out like they work for a secret government agency, like a loan department. It's called ISIS, and then like ISIS came in the thing, and then they're like, and it cuts to them like in the first season after ISIS became like a big problem. It's them rolling out the ISIS logo like some guys in suits, and they're like, just takes one person to ruin a good thing, man. We had the shirts and hats made and everything. And I was dying laughing.
Okay, so your potential night includes possibly dying, coming back as an android, always having the perfect drink, women. He'd probably bring in women.
No alligators, because he's either alligators or crocodiles.
I'm hoping whatever bar you go to, there's not a potential of alligators. But actually, real quick sidebar. Which ones go on land? I couldn't remember the other day. Crocodiles or alligators?
Both on land.
Well, which one? Okay, which one like primarily live? What was the difference again? One of them like primarily lives on land, right?
All I know is one's pointy snout and one's square snout.
Okay, I'm sorry. We can go back to the main point. I don't know.
With Archer, I don't have to worry about either one though.
Actually, no. Actually, let's revisit this.
How often do you have to worry about them otherwise?
He's a secret agent, so if I go on...
How often do you worry about alligators just regularly?
Like the reasonable amount? Like if I pass by some water and I'm walking, I'm like, hey...
I don't think right now there is a reasonable amount.
I'm big, juicy piece of man meat. Like, I'm not very fast. If I was a crocodile / alligator, whichever one it is, and I was like, there's a wildebeest over there. I'll go right for me. Absolutely death roll my ass.
So in a way, you think you're appetizing to...
I think I'm appetizing to everybody in every single way.
Here we go. Okay, back to the point. Now, all right, let's focus on somebody else. We got a lot out of Archer. Okay, so I guess what kind of night would we be in for with Rick Sanchez?
I mean, first off, the bar would be awesome. You're gonna be in outer space on another planet, some kind of...
Damn, that's a good one.
Yeah, I can't see you going to any bar here.
No, exactly.
It's a strip club bar.
A strip club bar,
probably.
Yeah.
But with like aliens.
The amount of titties. That's the great thing about it.
Remember that? So that one.
Can you imagine what kind of whatever Sterling Archer can make you as a drink, you can't get it if you're in outer space with Sanchez.
Oh, you're gonna be
Archer's been drinking too.
You're drinking alien juice, alien titty juice or something.
I think Rick is cool and all, but you're not Morty, dude. And a lot of people die in Rick and Morty.
That is very true.
Okay, but there is that too. But every time he changes sidekicks for that episode, they both make it out.
Yeah, but it's usually like
that episode.
It's usually someone in the family.
I mean, if you're one of his friends, I'm
Hispanic.
That's how it works. We're just all related. He got us, dude. He knows the secret.
But no, you're his friend. You're most likely getting out. I mean, who's died? There's his friend Bird Person who comes back as Phoenix Person.
So you want to potentially come back?
You also want to come back? That'd be cool. So it seems to me that if you come back as an android,
come back as a better version of yourself.
Of an android.
I mean, it doesn't get much better.
I'm just saying.
Phoenix Person. All right.
You know what? So quick audible though. Actually, dude, I would love to sit down and have a drink with Solid Snake from Metal Gear. I think that would be so dope. Like all the missions and things that he's been on, things he's seen. He's killed more people than Dexter.
So this is like your second choice.
It's like It's inaudible.
Are you audible? You can't
An honorable
just
mention?
audible.
I did. So, anyways,
He audible because he realized that Dexter wasn't a great pick.
No, Dexter's fine. I still want to have a beer with Dexter, but I just like. And then also, if I could have a beer with not just Snake, but like that whole family. So like Liquid, Solidus, Big Boss, The Boss.
This is character, not characters.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Well, you can do like the whole group. My backup was
Always Sunny.
No, it was the Wolf Tack from The Hangover.
That'd be fun.
That would
I could
be
do that.
a great time, but you would not remember anything.
That's the story.
No matter
It would
what.
be I love tigers.
I would love to go like on a scavenger hunt the day after I got wasted and try to figure my whole life out.
Absolutely.
I've low key always wanted to be dropped in the middle of nowhere with no money, no wallet, and no phone, no wallet, and just figure it out. You know how fun that would be potentially.
I feel like it's a lot more fun to have that idea
It's
than
fun.
actually do it.
It's fun in theory.
Like, I feel like you played too many video games that have this thing happen.
I think we should do it.
No.
But anyways, I think just having a beer with Snake would be cool. Again, at all the war stories and stuff that he's been through and gone through, and I feel like he could show me a thing or two. Like he shot like every weapon there ever is. So it'd be like, hey dude, you want to go shoot like all my guns, all of them, tanks included, and everything, while we're drunk? Yeah, like in the interview when they're just shooting shit with tanks for no reason. Like how fun would that be?
Do you get to play with Snake's hand?
Which Snake?
The hand that takes off, that like rocket hand.
It's Venom Snake. It's not Solid.
How many snakes are there, man?
Too many.
There's too many.
There's like 6. It's like 5 or 6.
But if you want to have someone who has like a good conversation, who's met a lot of people, Dean Winchester has met way too many people. He's met God.
But a lot of people have died around Dean.
A lot of people have died around Dean, but I'm just trying to go out and have a beer with Dean.
Are you trying to be God?
No. I mean, it'd be cool, but I mean, God kind of dips like hardcore. But we're not gonna get
God
into
Are you caught up?
No, I have not seen this last season. I've seen every season besides this last one. I'm about to binge watch it on Netflix.
Yeah, dude.
But and remember the season where Dean is literally just like binge drinking? Like he doesn't care about anything, and he's just like he's constantly just like has whiskey in his hand. That Dean would be great to get drunk with.
Do you think it'd be fun to drink with the Trailer Park Boys?
Yes, dude. I want to drink with Jim Leahy so bad.
Is that the guy that never helps put his drink down?
Yeah, because have you ever seen Trailer Park Boys?
I've only seen what he made me watch.
Oh yeah, I made you watch Trailer Park. I did.
We watched a couple episodes randomly, like at lunch or something.
So I've seen pretty much all of Trailer Park Boys. So there's this character on the show. May you rest in peace. His name is Jim Leahy. And he just makes up like every sentence has the word shit in it. He's like, we're going to bring a damn shit-nado on these shit turds. And he just
never doesn't hold it.
he always has a drink. They're always drunk.
No, but it's not even like oh, he's drinking all the time. Sometimes no, like whenever he's doing things, he has a drink right here. Like he has like sometimes they'll be in crazy like shootouts and crazy situations, and he's holding a glass.
Oh no, that's not Leahy. That's the
I'm sorry.
That's the main guy with the black shirt. I forget his name. He's always holding a drink. Though.
Literally always has it's like a glass of something too. It's not a beer.
Like a whiskey.
It's like a glass of whiskey.
And they're like having a shootout. He has a gun and he's like.
He always has this glass of whiskey. It's really funny. But
the park manager, he's the one. He's always drunk, and he like makes it like hell for them. Like he's always plotting to get him kicked out of the trailer park, and like they're like, "Are you on the liquor again, Jim?" And he's like, "I am the liquor." But no, that's a nightmare. Those guys can get shot, and
we get a lot of trouble.
And they like. And the way that they work, the Trailer Park Boys work, is like they try to stay. They go to prison like at the end of every season. But if you're not one of the main 3, like during the show, you're going to jail because they're gonna blame it on you. They're like, "Oh man, dude, Joel's he's a stupid asshole, and he brought all this weed over here, man, and it's not our weed." And, we told him, dude, don't make a wall out of weed. That's a stupid idea. And then I'd go to jail. They're like, they smoke the weed, and then get drunk, and I wouldn't be getting drunk anymore. But I'm okay with like a secret agent, like get like a shootout, but I'm afraid of like on your end, you can have the same dangers that Rambo has with Dean. Like you could get eaten by vampires and werewolves and all that. Or you're wearing an Anatomy Park shirt, you can literally go into a homeless person's body while drunk and get killed by like herpes. So like
that is very true.
I think Rick would have more control over the situation than Dean would in a big situation like that.
Well, hey, man, I'm not saying that we're going to go out and do a vampire hunt or anything. I'm just saying go to a bar and drink with him. Maybe I'll win some money on the side hustling some pool with him or darts because, that's how they make money.
You just want to bro. Like,
You want to grow out.
I want to grow out. I'm not trying to go on some crazy adventure.
I kind of want the experience.
I want the adventure.
Because, like, there's an outside chance that I could also go to space, but not anywhere near as far as, like,
But
take us.
the best person... Okay, so here's my other choice. My other choice was Tyrion Lannister.
I like that.
Tyrion Lannister, I drink and I know things. Everybody has that t-shirt. That would be the best. I feel like he would be a great person to, like, sit down and just, like... You know how you said pick your brain with Dexter? Mm-hmm. Especially after season 8... Not saying anything about that season because Scott hasn't seen it yet still.
I'm on the last episode of season 7.
Do you like Arya better now?
A little bit. I mean, I still don't really care about her that much, but when she fought Brienne Tarth, or when she, like, sparred with her, that was kind of cool.
I like how she...
But...
Spoilers, killed the Frey.
I don't know, man. Especially all the stuff that he's been through and everything. And he killed his dad. I mean... I don't know. I feel like that's kind of a crazy person to talk to. And you know, he always has that drinking game that he plays with everybody. Your mother was a whore. You were doing this. Yada yada yada.
I feel like I would want to do drink and do stuff with Tyrion. Like I wouldn't want to sit at a bar with Tyrion. I would want to walk and talk with him and have a beer.
I would want to go to a whorehouse with Tyrion Lannister.
Oh my god!
But you changed the game.
That's what he does. That is Tyrion Lannister.
So
Tyrion
you want to be
Lannister.
sitting next to Tyrion and y'all both have a bitch on you, just riding you, and y'all are talking and drinking a beer.
Jesus Christ!
I didn't go this deep into it. I said,
you're gonna go to a brothel. What are you gonna do? Just sit there?
I mean, it's basically like a modern day strip or back then strip club. That's what it is.
Yeah.
With Tyrion Lannister, I mean, that's what his thing is, dude. He's always with a female.
Oh,
drunk.
I think Tyrion would be cool to drink with, though.
Tyrion would be super fun to drink with.
And I would like to drink that old school wine.
Just to taste it.
They make that shit look so good.
It probably tastes terrible.
I don't even like wine, but I drink wine with Tyrion Lannister.
Honestly, yeah, it's probably so fucking bad.
You know what would be a good one?
What you got?
And I just thought about it. Jordan Belfort, Wolf of Wall Street.
He's a real person.
Yeah, but I want the Leo version. I want the Scorsese version. I don't want the real one. I want the one that I saw on the movies. I want to do all the crazy shit they did, minus the whores.
Maybe on lewds.
Dude, half the time he wasn't even drinking. He was on drugs.
Yeah, you know.
Well, it was a different time. It was the 80s.
Quaaludes.
Can't even get them anymore. I'd take the lewds and the alcohol.
I just want to do lewds.
Yeah, what's all the lewds right now?
I mean, we can't now, so it's I want what I can't have kind of thing.
I guess. What are you, a female?
What do you mean?
I don't know, man. I feel like girls are always in the bars ooh, that guy has a man with him. I'd rather have him than the single guy who's sitting at the bar by himself.
What are you talking about?
How many single guys are sitting?
I said I've always wanted to do the Quaaludes.
You said that because of what you can't have. So I just translated to the girlfriend.
No, it doesn't have... You're taking it too far. Everyone wants what they can't have, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. It's not necessarily.
Yeah, it is. All right.
So, we said you wanted to do the reverse of it?
Okay, so also, now we want to kind of jump into a reverse. Who would you not want to... who would you have to have the worst time with having a drink with at the bar? Who would just be not fun whatsoever?
100% not even a question of Frank Gallagher.
Oh yeah, Frank Gallagher wouldn't. It'd be fun at first, but that suck. He's 100%. You could lose a body part.
Yeah, he was saying you'd wake up with $500,000, but no house, no car, and your arm's gone or something like that.
You're missing. That's what I said. You're missing a finger. You wake up with $500,000 with a Lamborghini out front, but the mob is wanting you.
That's exactly.
That's literally exactly. You have 24 hours to live, or to leave the country. That's what you would wake up. That's a possibility of waking up after a night with Frank Gallagher.
I could definitely see that.
So I feel like the night would be fun from what you remember because there ain't no way that you're not blacking out drinking with Frank Gallagher. 100% you're blacking out. So from what you're gonna remember, it'll probably be a good time, but the aftermath would be too much to handle.
So in my mindset, and I had thought of my character just now, it would be we're friends. And it'd be one of the worst things that I'd have to pay for or take responsibility for. But 100% to me, the worst character for me to get drunk with would be Rock Lee from Naruto. For those who haven't seen Naruto, when Rock Lee gets drunk, he becomes like a drunken master, and he like basically like destroys everything in front of him, and he's all super loopy and he doesn't remember anything. It doesn't even take that much for him to get drunk. So if he gets like a sip of alcohol, suddenly I'm having to pay for like the whole bar.
I mean, he's also like 13.
He's also underage.
Boruto.
I think he still has the loopy fist in Boruto, right? I assume so. He probably, he could drink a whole 2 beers by that point. But, like, I think, like, oh, I'm in the bar, I'm chilling with Rock Lee, I'm like, what's up, Bushy Brow? Let's go do some ninjutsu. Let's go be ninjas. And he's like, hold on, after this beer. And I'm like, no, Rock, please don't drink the beer. And he takes a sip, and then all of a sudden, it's a hurricane. And he's like, ooh, what am I doing?
Fifth gate.
He starts opening the gates. I'm tripping out because I don't know what to do. I try to do my jutsu, but I'm not that good of a ninja. And just overall, it's a bad time, and I don't want Naruto to show up and be like, Joel, the fuck, dude, you couldn't control Rock? And I'm like, man, brought disgrace to the village.
Okay. I can get that. I think it could like potentially be fun. Like I don't know why I'm on this string right now, but like I have my Dexters, I have my Snakes. So like if someone gave me the opportunity, like, and again I guess maybe I don't know it's gonna be bad, but I think it might end up bad if they're like, hey dude, this is a one-time only thing. Like not everybody wants to do it, but you can if you want to. Like, do you want to sit down and have a drink with the Joker? I'd be like,
oh,
but how could you pass that up? You know what I'm saying?
Easily, dude. That's like the worst one.
So I'm like,
I get the mindset. That's so scary.
So I'm like, you know what? I'll just and they're like, no, dude, it's gonna be safe, whatever. And you're like, oh, okay, it's gonna be safe.
Which Joker?
I don't know, man. Help me out here. I'm not gonna.
What level of like crazy are we talking? You want like Ledger's Joker was pretty.
Just grab Ledger's Joker. That's easy.
Man, no, hell no.
Nope. I don't even want to have a conversation with him.
How many magic tricks
He's gonna try to cut my face after a shot.
He's gonna tell me with a pencil. The only thing is the cool story that he can give me. You want to know how I got these scars?
So I'd be like, yeah, I want to know how I got the scars, and I have a blade in my mouth. So I think I could like with the potential to so honestly thinking about it, as much fun as we were gonna have with our first picks. Pretty much everyone but me had the potential to die at the end of the night. So
that's fair. No, he's right. I don't think Dexter's gonna kill Scott.
Well, yeah, with the fun one, I don't think anybody had some people have the potential to die. Like with Rick and Dean, I feel like you have the potential to die.
And Archer.
Definitely not yours.
Exactly. So
unless he was like, oh, you like Twilight how much, and then you're strapped to the table.
Oh, especially if you went out with Dean, bro. He's like, oh, you're friends with vampires. Where are they at?
Huh? He's Batman now, though.
Oh, he is.
Dude, we're not talking about that. Can we please stick to that?
Okay, I'm sorry. Back to the topic. So
I'm so upset.
What's his name again?
Robert Pattinson.
So Robert Pattinson's now arch rival, the Joker, back who I was talking to.
Jesus.
Hopefully, Joaquin Phoenix's Joker.
Dude, the Joker movie looks badass to me.
That does look kind of cool. But anyways, that'd be cool to talk about later. But anyways, so yeah, to sit down across from the Joker, like I already don't know what's in my drink offhand. I know I saw them give it to me, I saw them pour it, but somehow I'm like this is gonna be bad.
Laughing gas in it.
This is gonna be bad. But like it would be interesting, but I would just be scared the whole time.
I would be too. Like, you're not Batman. He doesn't give a shit about you.
I know.
That's.
Honestly, I'd probably die. Just for fun. But imagine the way I die. Like, it's probably super badass.
Sitting there like
Robert Pattinson's gonna find you in an alleyway, like strung upside down with a smile on your face.
Yeah. So I think he'd probably be one of the worst people to have a drink with. Probably Robert Pattinson's arch nemesis, the Joker.
Robert Pattinson.
I think you say it.
It's Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson. Sorry, forever changed. But so the Joker might be a really bad person to have a drink with.
Alright, so my pick, this is one of my favorite characters. I'd have to go with Heisenberg.
Oh, yeah,
bad.
you definitely.
He would be one of the people you would not want to drink with?
Yeah, people I don't want to drink with.
Oh, yeah, because the cartel's trying to kill him.
Well, there's a whole bunch of others. Let him
And then every time he drinks in the show, something bad happens.
Is
he
that
goes
for real?
off.
Oh, yeah, it is true.
Yeah,
I totally forgot about
every time he drinks, something bad happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
It just seems like not a good time.
And you would totally get used in some way. Like it would start off like all cheery, like, oh, hey, we're gonna have a drink.
If it was
and
season
then,
1, you'd be fine. But season like 3, 4,
but he would make it to like season 3 or 4 before he dies. But it's like season 1, he's like a cheery, like, oh, he has a good job. I'm just hanging out with like this teacher, and then Nick ends up with like meth in his butt. And it comes season 3 or 4. that's I get that.
I'm afraid you can convince me to do that.
He totally convinced you. He's like, say my name. He's like, that's not gonna help me right now. Just slide it up in there. Which okay, back to Rick. He might also convince you to put something up your ass.
That's true.
And something a lot bigger than meth. So you go slide this up your ass, Nick.
But the adventure would be worth it.
The adventure up your ass?
Yes.
It'd be worth it.
I get that. I like this all for different reasons. Yours is scary the most.
If I had to pick out of which one of these I had to like get rid of or I would not do 100%, would be Joker. I'm not gonna sit across the table or sit at the bar with the Joker. First of all, if we show up to the bar, everybody's just gonna leave anyways. We're not gonna get service. I mean, 3 drinks, I guess that's okay. But how many drinks am I gonna be able to drink before I get murdered?
Well, it also depends on the Joker, right? So, like, if it's Jack Nicholson's Joker, everyone's gonna stay for the Prince song.
Well, and if it's the Jack Nicholson Joker, he might paint his face to where he looks normal. Besides his creepy ass smile.
He'll say some cool stuff.
The Shining was not a good movie.
Dude,
Oh, you're saying
my
every
God. Stop.
Jack Nicholson.
Stop.
Shining wasn't good. Okay, Joel, who is somebody that you, the guy from The Shining? I don't know. So who's the guy that you would not want to have a drink with? Our girl.
You already said.
Yeah, you said.
Oh, I'm sorry. What was yours?
I did. Rock Lee from Naruto.
Oh, I'm sorry. We started with you. We flipped around. Okay.
He's had 2 beers.
I've had a whole beer.
So out of everybody we've talked about, good, bad, audible, second. Who would be the best? I guess wingman. Who would help you? Who would help you close? Who would help you get a girl home that night?
Oh, Joker, 100%.
Go home with her when you die.
Yeah, well, it's just like, carry back whatever.
Well, you leave with a smile on your face.
Oh my gosh, Nick, getting deep into it.
Dude, but
out of all the people we've said, who would be the best wingman?
Has to be someone that cares about your libido as much as their libido.
I feel like all my picks would be terrible. Dexter's not gonna get me laid at all.
I think Sterling, I get it's like Sterling Marshall, I get like the around beautiful women.
You would get the one that he didn't want.
The trickle down.
He wouldn't help you. You'd have to help yourself.
He'd trickle down. He'd be like, all right, Joel, I'll see you later. He'd walk away with like 4 prostitutes because he gets prostitutes in the show. And I would get the not fun one. The one that has like tic-tac-toe tattooed on her thigh or something.
Probably not you either.
Yeah, probably not. But like I would have a fun time getting to the tic-tac-toe horror. Tyrion Lannister was the best one.
Tyrion Lannister would totally hook you up.
But only season 1 through 4 Tyrion Lannister.
Well, season 5 Tyrion Lannister is not as fun.
I think it's pretty solid. I think he can get you. Yeah.
But he also takes the same way. You just end up at the whorehouse and he has to pay for it.
Yeah, he's gonna pay for it. He's a Lannister. Lannister always pays their debts.
He would pay for it. I think he would.
See, that's why he's the best person to drink with, man. You don't have to worry about paying for anything. You're probably gonna get laid afterwards. And it's not like you're paying for sex because he's going to pay for it for you.
Yeah, I can get that. So Tyrion, probably the best.
Tyrion is 100% the best.
Who's the worst? Oh, wait, we
already did the worst.
Joker's probably the worst one.
Yeah, 110%. I think Joker was the worst one. It's kind of cool.
No, Rock Lee would be a terrible wingman.
Yeah, he kind of freezes
up around. He can't even get girls himself.
He got somebody, dude. He has a kid in the new show.
Dude, but that's because they just had to make everybody have a kid.
Yeah, but they were fighting dreamers, dude. They
literally did not elaborate anything about Rock Lee actually ever talking to this person.
You guys are speaking a totally different language. Talking about that Naruto show?
That Naruto show?
That Naruto show?
You're saying
Ninja Dragon Ball Z?
Ninja Dragon Ball Z. You know, there's a whole generation of kids that, like, that's their Dragon Ball Z is Naruto. You think about that? Because Toonami was still on, and, like, that was, like, the time slot that we would get home. Those kids have Naruto instead of Dragon Ball Z.
That's true. I've seen multiple kids do the ninja run just in school.
Just normal for no reason.
But I saw a lot of kids do the ninja run when I was in high school.
I was about to say, like, dude, during Vine, there was a bunch of, like, a bunch of Vines, just kids just running around like Naruto in college and stuff. Like, they had huge groups of kids running around like Naruto style.
Yeah, we would just yell and try to power up.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times I tried to go Super Saiyan while I was drunk.
I have gone Super Saiyan, so.
I saw it. There was a little bit of yellow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think Dexter would be a terrible wingman. Snake would be a terrible wingman. Snake would probably get laid. Not
I think Rick would be okay. I think he'd be a solid.
I feel like Rick would be like to where it's like so like unappealing to the girl that they would just go with you instead of him.
I think Rick could get like he could pick up any girl who wants to, but the only thing is you'd have to like
he got Unity.
Yeah, he fucked the hive mind. You gotta watch the whole show. But I think that you can like trick, like you can not like be smarter than Rick, but you can like kind of like test him to the point where he's like, you're like, you know what, Rick, you couldn't get me laid if you wanted to, dude. You suck at that. He'd be like, what do you mean I suck at that? No, I'm the best at that.
Yeah,
then you end up with like,
oh yeah, that's
yeah.
I didn't think about that.
He'd get really mad about it. Like,
I like Joel's Rick voice. It kind of sounds like all of his other fictional characters' voice.
all my fictional character voices sound the same. Like, oh, do Harley Quinn. Hey, I'm fucking Master Chief, let's finish this fight.
Well, yeah, that's another thing about Joker trying to be a wingman, dude. You gotta worry about Harley showing up.
I don't have to worry about that, dude. I'd be excited for that.
I'm just saying, she ain't gonna go with you.
She doesn't have to go with me. I didn't think that was gonna happen with Sterling either, so I'd just be excited to see it.
Maybe Joker would get somebody laid though, more like, you know, have sex with this guy or I'm gonna murder your whole family kind of thing.
I don't think.
Holy shit, dude!
You would be okay with doing that?
I didn't say I would. I said he would get somebody laid. Might not be my best wingman. There's somebody out there that doesn't mind that.
I don't think that Joker's like that hardcore of a voyeur, man. He's just like, you know, I just want to watch two people fuck. Like that's.
And if you guys don't, I'll murder your whole family.
Jeez.
I feel like if it didn't have anything to do with Batman, he wouldn't care.
Yeah. Do you think he's gonna try to make Batman fuck somebody? Do this.
Or he can make you so the person that he's with, the person he's wingmaning, if you're like, hey, like, I really want to get laid, but let's make this benefit to both of us. Like, what if you like go fuck like Batman's like niece or some shit like that?
Yo,
he's gonna make
what?
I don't know. I don't know.
Batman doesn't have
I don't know the extent of Batman's family, but are somebody close to Batman?
Exist.
He does have a brother.
Okay, so what if he's like somebody close to Batman? That's a female. You're like, you know how you really get at Batman? He's like, let's go fuck his like I don't know his gardener or some shit.
You're right. This is the Killing Joke. You're writing the Killing Joker.
Yeah, you're literally writing the Killing Joke.
That's what Joker did. He like literally like
Who fucked him?
he like shot Batgirl and then he like might have raped her just because he wanted to prove that if you
could do it.
But it wasn't towards Batman though. It was towards Commissioner.
It was towards Commissioner Gordon. He's trying to prove that if you have one bad day, you can go insane.
You can go insane because that's what happened to him.
Okay, so see, he could get something.
He was like trying to. That's himself. Yeah, he was basically trying to justify like his craziness.
So I'm just arguing that he's not the worst wingman here.
Yeah, that's the worst argument, dude. He's the worst.
Definitely the worst wingman.
But he could get somebody laid. That's what I'm saying. Not willingly, really.
This is a nightmare. It's a nightmare situation.
Willingly, he's not getting laid. What are you talking about? Get into a really deep, dark spot right now.
I'm talking about the Joker here, man. Just give me something.
Whatever he gave you would be scary.
Rambo being a bartender, what do you think some of these characters' like signature drink would be? Like Dexter, what do you think his?
Yeah, what do you think Dexter's gonna walk up to the bar and order?
See, I haven't seen Dexter. I've only seen season 2 of Dexter.
So I just season 2.
That's so.
Because that was when you were in Huntsville.
Oh, so you watched that part with me?
Mm-hmm. It was when you were watching it. You were watching it, and I was just like with you, and while we just watched. Either when you were in Huntsville or it was when you just came back from Huntsville. I can't remember. But I was with you and you were just watching it, so I just watched it with you. So I know like the whole like crazy girlfriend who would just walk around his apartment.
You watched her, yeah.
Yeah, walk around his apartment like
Did you watch Dexter? Oh, no, you didn't watch Dexter either. Nick, I feel like you really watched Dexter. You like the Dexter.
Like I've passed it on like it's on Netflix, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if it still is, but I know it used to be.
I think it still is, because I think I saw it recently up there, and I was like, I've heard the show, I know kind of the gist of it, but now I'm going to go with something else.
Yeah, I've rewatched it like 4
Okay,
times.
so if I had to guess what each of these people were going to drink.
So as our bartender of the group, what do you think some of these main people's drink would be?
Okay, so depending on what season Dean Winchester's in, if he's in his like hardcore drinking, like I'm trying to kill myself because I don't care about my life, Dean Winchester, he's probably just gonna order like bourbon or scotch on the rocks and just drink that shit straight. or he's just gonna get a beer. Just like plain old, yo, give me a beer. What kind of beer? I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Give me a beer. Him and Sam were the same thing. Just keep drinking beers. Sam will probably order an IPA because he's Sam. Who are the other characters?
Rick Sanchez.
Rick Sanchez.
Oh, yeah, Rick orders.
Doesn't he just drink straight, like, bourbon all the time in his flask?
I think he has vodka in there a lot.
It's vodka? Well, he's just going to order vodka. He'll be like, hey, give me a vodka double straight. No ice, anything. He's going to drink that, and then he's going to order another one 3 minutes later.
A bunch of, like, alien drinks.
I'm like, we don't have any of that. I don't know what that means. I can try to make you something. He's like, no, I don't want that.
What did you have?
Sterling Archer.
Sterling Archer. See, I feel like kind of intimidated with Sterling Archer because he knows the exact measurements of every single thing.
I feel like he would go.
But he's not like he's not like James Bond. Like James Bond is like a martini.
No, Sterling is like he has the only thing he's consistent is like the Bloody Mary in the morning.
Oh yeah.
For breakfast.
Oh dude, I make good Bloody Marys.
You gotta make sure that it's good enough for Sterling Archer.
If you like some spicy, I make a great spicy Bloody Mary. Plug Human Just Archer. I feel like he's a big like vodka tonic drinker or gin tonic. He just looks like that type of person.
Every time I've seen the show,
he's always wearing a fucking tux.
He's wearing like a suit, and then and it's always a drink that I haven't really, like, I might have heard of the drink or something. It might be something simple. And then he, like, explains what's in the drink. He's like, they can't even make a proper this. And it's like a Green Russian or something like that.
Oh, my God. I don't even know what that is.
I think it's like
I know what a white and a black Russian are.
I think it's a white Russian, but, like, you add absinthe.
We don't have absinthe.
Then that's when you said that, that's when Sterling Archer's like, what do you mean you don't have absinthe? What kind of place is this? Who runs this donkey show?
This is a dive/sports bar.
And
why are you here?
And it's exactly, you'd say that, and that's when my whole night would go downhill. Because I need to make sure that Sterling's happy the whole time. Because if I take him to your work and he's not happy that you just gave him, like, he's like, what's this? This is just a beer. And you're like, yeah, that's all we got. Bud Light. He would literally not be my friend.
We don't have that, though. Anyways.
What would the Joker's drink be?
Yeah, that's a Joker drink.
What would the Joker drink?
What would the Joker drink?
Joker drink.
That's a very good question.
I know. That's why I asked it.
I don't know, man.
Heath Ledger Joker.
Heath Ledger Joker? That's a totally different fucking animal. I feel like Heath Ledger Joker would drink gin.
Oh.
You know why? Because crazy people drink gin.
Okay.
Because gin is disgusting. Obviously, Tyrion Lannister's going to drink wine. He's going to drink all of our red wine. It's going to be gone. Who are the other bad ones that we have? Heisenberg. I feel like I don't know what you know. I just give him a beer.
Does he drink? Does he have a beer? Oh yeah, he drinks. Yeah. What?
He drink
a lot of these people just. I feel like would drink like just bourbon on the rocks. You know why? Because every movie/TV character can drink straight liquor perfectly fine with not even like a hint of
That's my face. I hate liquor. Can't do it.
It's just.
I can drink my Crown Apple on the rocks, but that's probably the only thing I can drink. I'm not sitting here trying to say I'm a badass. I'm just saying that's the only like liquor I can drink on the rocks.
He's defending himself and he's saying he's not a badass, but every time I see Scott drink the Crown Apple on the rocks, I'm like, dude, what a hard ass. Because I can't do it.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah, hard 100%.
Oh, I just feel so
because I'm such a woman about it. Like I can't. If I were to get like shots, you'd see my face. Like, yeah. I just drink shots to get me there. Does anybody drink something just to get them there?
Nope.
Really? That's 100% how I see liquor.
You know what? This is before. So I'm still not a huge beer guy, but besides like certain beers, like I really like that Cactus Michelob
Ultra Cactus Lime.
Yeah, I love those. But before like I found a couple beers that I liked, I always thought that nobody really likes beer. They just find a beer that they can tolerate and they drink it because I think just beer is nasty, bro. Like
I would agree with you if it wasn't for the fact that I love beer. I love beer.
See, you're different.
So much, and it's just because of like I think it's from my family. Nick's met my uncles. They literally drink when they wake up.
Yeah, 7 in the morning.
It's 7 in the morning, and I walk out of my grandma's house.
Cerveza,
and they're not even like they were drinking last night, and they're still like nothing happened, and I'm hungover, and I swear they drank more than I did. But it's 100%. I love beer. I don't like IPAs. I don't like the too hoppy stuff.
I get real pissed off when someone's like, "You want to I don't know, do you want a Miller or do you want an IPA?" I don't want an IPA. Get that shit out of my face. Like nobody wants an IPA.
I walked into a craft.
College guys want IPAs, and that's it.
That's true. I bought a craft beer. Went to a craft beer place, and I felt really intimidated. And I was like, "What does this mean? I don't know what is ale? It's ale." Fuck. But
Okay, so I'm I kind of agree with y'all on the IPA part. Besides the fact that I worked in a place that had 64 beers on tap, so I know what they all taste like. The majority of them taste like what they're supposed to taste like. Double IPAs are good. Way higher alcohol content, but they're smoother. It's weird. They're not as hoppy. The majority of double IPAs are not as hoppy as regular. I know it doesn't make sense.
What is hoppy? Your math isn't
Hoppy,
checking out.
like
It's that taste like your beer's taking a shit in your mouth.
That's gross.
Yeah, see, but double IPAs don't have that as often as regular IPAs.
But they have them though.
No, not usually.
Oh,
I don't think
They're
that
smoother.
math isn't.
it's smoother. Okay, I can work with
It's
that.
not adding up.
They're smoother. Like, best beer I've ever had in my life. Not best beer I've ever had in my life, but one of my favorite beers I've ever had is a double IPA. It's called Deep Elm's Dream Crusher. Never found it anywhere else besides when I worked at Tilt to Kill, RIP. 9.4 APV. Dude, during the hurricane, I had like 3 of those. I was trashed. Because the alcohol content for a beer is like, that's super high. Like, usually like Bud Light, Miller Light, everything's usually around like 4.
Oh wow.
Like 4.6 is like usually. So that had 9.4.
Is that all you did during the hurricane? Was get drunk?
You know what?
Yeah, I got drunk. I watched Waterboy and I played cornhole.
You know what me and my wife did right before the hurricane hit? We went to Total Wine and just stacked up on liquor.
Oh, that is so smart.
We went through aisles and it was like a movie. Like one of us was standing on the cart, the other one was pushing the cart, and we were just grabbing stuff and throwing it in. Have you ever tried this? No. When's the perfect time to try? You know, we were gonna work for a couple days, and then I think it was the weekend. I think the hurricane hit on Friday.
On Saturday.
Okay, on Saturday. So
it was supposed to hit on Friday, but it didn't, and it hit the next day.
So we got that Friday off. Most people got Friday off, and then like a couple days. Well, yeah, your place had to like go underwater, and people were still working. But anyways,
let's not get into that. That's not what happened.
The story that was on Facebook said otherwise, but the real people like Rambo and other people that were there know. Anyways, so yeah, we were just going up and down the aisles, just grabbing different stuff, and we would even call like people we were staying with and stuff, like, hey, is there anything you guys randomly want to try, or like a drink that you want? So yeah, we got really drunk during the hurricane. Because like, what else? Because also we were like, what if we lose power? What is there to do? And everybody was like, drink. And I was like, okay.
What did you do during the hurricane?
I was stuck in Magnolia.
Oh,
Really?
Or the Woodlands, actually.
Oh, I didn't know
For like
that.
5 days.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
But but back to I like tequila. I'll take tequila shots. I like margaritas. I like things with tequila in them. But I want to be badass enough to drink tequila on the rocks.
Dude.
And I know
I can't do
It's a
tequila.
lofty goal.
I know that's
That's a weird goal.
It's just I've always wanted to be able to just go to a bar and just order some but see, I like Jose Cuervo. I feel like that's not cool. If I was like, give me some like Jose Cuervo on the rocks, I feel like that wouldn't be that badass. You'd have to order like
Why are you trying to go to a bar and order something badass?
because I want to be badass.
Yeah, he wants to be cool. I get
What do you mean?
it. Because he's aiming for like tequila on the rocks, and that's like way up there for me. I'm just like,
No, like so I went to so my wife used to work for these super fancy like Asian people, right? And they had this really big like mansion and stuff, and we got to go to one of their Christmas parties. And the guy, the husband, just had this huge bar, and it was like his own collection of stuff. And he was just like, he would like even show me. Came over, he was like, oh, look at that stuff. He was like, there's probably $1 million worth of liquor on that wall, and I was like, jeez, I saw you. So I was like, what can I have? He's like, anything you want. But he had like some of his own personal stuff that people couldn't drink. So I went to the bartender and I was like, bro, give me the most expensive thing that you can give me. Like, give me the most, so he was like, all right, we have this $500, it was like 18 malt something. I can't remember what it was. I think it was scotch.
You lost me on that.
Yeah, it was scotch.
Yeah,
but it was like some $500 bottle of scotch, and that's probably the most expensive thing I ever drank. But I ordered it on the rocks. I was drinking this $500 scotch on the rocks, and it was so smooth. And I want to be that badass. Like, I want to know I want to go to a bar and just order some scotch on the rocks. But I want it to be tequila because I just feel like, I don't know. I actually like tequila. So if I could order that on the rocks and drink it, like, I like my Crown Apple on the rocks, but I hate regular Crown. I think it's gross.
I get that.
Yeah, because Crown Apple is like sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still don't. I don't get how you can do it. I lofty goal with a tequila because for me, I'm like, maybe that Smirnoff apple or something.
Now, see,
I can do that. Maybe
people. So whenever I was younger, and everyone was like, "Oh, dude, here he comes with his Mike's Hards and his Smirnoffs." Granted, I don't drink Smirnoffs anymore, but I still drink Mike's. But back then, whenever everyone was like,
I used to always drink Mike's Harder.
I used to drink this a lot, but everyone was like, "Oh, Scott only drinks some girly drinks, But I was way more wasted than everybody else because all those drinks have way more alcohol in it than your average beer.
My only thing with that was when we were arguing about that and talking about it was that you would want to say that it was a beer. Did you Smirnoff's a beer?
No, I never said it was a beer. I said it gets you more drunk than a beer.
No, he said it was a beer.
No, I did not. You just wanted to make fun of me for drinking a girly drink while you drink shitty beer.
No, I
We didn't drink shitty beer. We were drinking Dos Equis.
I was
Dos
so
Equis is a
drinking
good beer.
And I don't just drink beer, I chug it so fast. And that's how I get drunk. And that's my way of getting drunk. That's why I drink so fast.
He does go through beer pretty quick.
Yeah.
Especially when we're playing baseball.
Baseball, flip cup is the anchor.
Yes,
The
dude.
whole beer.
Well, yeah, because he drinks. Yeah, because he's like, we're only playing flip cup. There's a whole beer at the end.
Luckily,
and I'm the anchor.
Luckily, you can't flip for shit.
No, I've seen this
Thank
man.
God he can chug.
I've seen this man chug a pitcher of beer, like a pitcher.
Yeah,
I've
a
seen
random pitcher.
Yeah, random.
Someone left a whole cold pitcher of beer at the bar.
He drank the whole pitcher. He chugged the whole pitcher.
And I want everyone to know this at home. I took the whole pitcher and I chugged it. There's two things you gotta account for when you drink a cold pitcher of beer. One, it's cold. It's cold and it hurts after halfway through the pitcher. Two, there is a lot of suds and carbonation, and that hurts too. So afterwards, I thought I was going to die. And there was a line, and I was literally spitting up suds. I was frothing at the mouth like I had rabies. And I was like, oh, this hurts so bad, and I thought I wasn't gonna make it. And then three, forgot about that one, instant drunk. I have never gotten drunk faster in my life after drinking a whole pitcher of beer.
I'll give you one.
Do you do the tunnel in your bass hole and pour the beer?
No.
I haven't either.
What?
What were you gonna say?
The fastest I've ever gotten drunk is I was at a bar in Santa Fe, the bar I used to work at, and I was about to leave because we were done playing darts. And then this guy Marshall, he's a biker. He goes, "Hey man, come on, just have a couple shots with me and you can go home. Just have a couple shots. I was like, all right, man, if you're gonna like bug me that much, I'll take a couple shots with you." He's like, all right. So he gets me the first one. He's like, we're just gonna take a duck fart, not the one that got me drunk. Second one, he was like, oh, we're gonna give you a 5-star general, bruh. That's
the shot?
It's literally, yes, and it was not a small shot. It was big. Like, it was not an ounce like it's supposed to be. It was like a 2.5 ounce shot, which is a lot. And I took that and I instantly almost started puking. I had to drink 2 cups of water right after taking that shot, and I walked over to the dartboard and I wanted to play him in darts. I threw my first dart and I started talking mad shit because I was fucked up. I've never got more drunk faster in my entire life because they took my keys away from me. They're like, you're not trying to home now.
For the people, what was that shot again?
It's called 5-star general.
5-star.
A lot of places make them differently. So
for one of my birthdays, let's just say it was my 21st. I tried to do the whole like take as many as your shots as your birthday thing. So every like 30, 45 minutes, I would take a shot, and I got to like 15, I think. 15. I took the 15th shot and I put it down, and then just like time stopped for a second, and I was like, I'm gonna throw up all over this kitchen. There was a lot of people in there, and I was like, I'm gonna throw up all over this kitchen. So I just looked around and saw like a 7-Up or something, and chugged that whole 7-Up. I don't know who, it wasn't mine. And but I've never been able to take that many shots since though. Like I probably like the most a night, even if I'm trying to have like a wild night, like I might take like, I can't even, like 6. That might be like the craziest of nights. But like a normal night out, I might take like 3. But like 15 shots in a night, I didn't even know I could do that. I didn't know my body could take that many
Was
shots.
that your 20th?
Was that the same party?
21st?
Your 21st?
But
Was that your dad's house?
Yeah, so it was at my dad's house.
Oh.
But
That was the most shots I've ever taken either.
Yes.
You were the one that made us do it.
I don't know what you're talking about. I plead the fifth.
But
We were playing beer pong.
yeah, and I kept taking the
oh
shot.
my-
I would stop like after every game and take a shot.
No, we stopped every time we shot the ball
Wait a minute.
and took a shot. Through one whole game, every time we shot the ball, you kind of helped in this.
I think it was every time we made a shot and we just kept making shots.
I don't know. I was pretty drunk at the time. I just remember going up to people like, "Oh yeah," get really excited. Like, "Oh, there's a cabinet here. Take a shot." And they'd be like, "What?" No.
But no,
We drank so much Goldschlager that night.
Oh, see, look, that's another drink that I used to love, and I don't know why I don't like it anymore.
Because it fucks your throat up, man.
There's the flakes and stuff, yeah. But I used to love Goldschlager. At any party I went to, I made sure I brought my own bottle of Goldschlager. I loved that stuff.
Goldschlager in a while.
It's so good.
Last time I had Goldschlager was at your 21st.
I'm pretty sure that was the last time I had it too, unless it was like mixed with something.
I've had it since, but like very sparing. Like maybe like I went to a random party and someone had it and I took a shot of it. But like I haven't bought any since.
You know what the shot is that always makes my night go downhill and I'm gonna get destroyed drunk? Rumple Mints.
Oh yeah, you know what shot I can't take? That reminds me of like schnapps and stuff.
What?
What do you mean what?
Schnapps.
Snobs.
Like peppermint stuff. Yeah,
schnapps.
peppermint
You mean
schnapps
like-
and stuff.
You mean like Rumple Mints?
Is that what that is?
That's what that is.
Okay, yeah, I cannot do that.
I was so confused. I was
Yeah, so am
like
I.
peach schnapps is not like anything.
I
Like
can't.
Rumple Mints, dude. I swear to God, every time we go to Reno's, we're like having a good time and everything. And
Shout out
always,
Reno's.
shout out to Reno's. I always run into Alex Kakalitris. I don't know how, but I always run into him while he's there. And he's like, "Hey man, you want a shot? Sure, dude, let's get a shot." And he always orders Rumple Mints every time. And he can just take that with like no hesitation. And he's like, try to take it without making a face, pussy. And I'm like, all right. And I can be trash drunk. I'll still make a face. I'm like, oh God. But the thing that, like, Brandon's 21st, that's what got me spiraling downhill. Reno's, Alex Kakalitris, Rumple Mints.
Rumple Mints. All right, next time I'll talk to Alex Kopalopoulos and I'll let you know.
Some random shout out.
With a random shout out for Alex Kopalopoulos. But
Calculicious.
so okay, you know what? How about this? What's a shot that you think you've taken the most of, like ever?
Grape Gatorade.
I was gonna say Gatorade shots.
Grape Gatorade. Because they're usually
recently.
cheap, man.
Yeah.
Well, especially Reno's, they're $2 a shot.
Yeah, I think I've taken more Gatorade shots than any other shot.
Well, and
Just Taka.
Like just Taka, but like Taka's awful, bro.
Yeah, I know, but then, like, it gets you like a weird drunk. It's a different.
The
I know
bottle's like
I've been that drunk with
$4.
you before with
Yeah.
Brie and Sarah.
Taka vodka, there's something about it, man. It's cheap. It's awful.
It's like $4 a bottle. Or
It's,
something
yeah,
like
it's
It
not
is
okay.
$4
But when you get drunk off a Taka, it's a different kind of drunk, man.
Yeah,
that.
it's
bad.
really, it's
Like,
bad.
not fun.
It's not. It's weird. It's just. It's not okay.
I feel like weird things happen when you drink, when you get drunk.
And I hate. That's so. It's got to be vodka. Just straight vodka is the most shots I've ever taken. What I usually get.
But me and one of my other bartenders that I work with, we were talking about it. Grape Gatorade is probably the most popular shot in the world.
Really?
We were talking about it like out of mixed shots, Grape Gatorade is probably the most popular.
So I'm there.
Yeah, so
Taking a lot of Starfuckers too.
I love Starfuckers, bro.
Yeah,
Especially
I like that shot,
Starfuckers. Starfuckers with Crown Apple instead of regular Crown.
The Crown Apple's a shit.
Delicious, bro.
Ever
I love Crown Apple. I try to mix Crown Apple with as much stick as I can.
Ever since I saw Deadpool, I wanted to try a blowjob so bad. But I'm so shy to ask for a blowjob.
I think I've had a blowjob.
I just don't want to look a guy in the eye and I hate my guy get a blowjob.
Well, no, I've even done the whole, like, well, I tried to. Everyone was like, you gotta take it like this, where you, like, just drink it with your mouth or whatever.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I'll do it. And I watched, and I waited for everybody, and they did it. And then so I act like I did it, and then I put it in my mouth afterwards. And I was like, oh, that was crazy. We all drank it the same way.
Do you remember in New Orleans when we totally got screwed over by the shot girl? We had no idea.
The one that kept just handing those.
The first time. The first time.
About the ones in the little
tubes.
Yeah.
Rambo wasn't here for this, but we walked into this bar on Bourbon, and we've never been on Bourbon before. And the shot girl comes like, oh, bachelor party. And we're like, yeah, that's us. She's like, shots. And we're like, yeah, shots. and she handed us all like 2 shots each.
I know what you're talking
What are
about.
those called? What are these called again?
Syringes.
Syringe. No, not a syringe. It was like a.
It was like a test tube.
Test tubes. Yeah.
Okay.
She just kept pulling out test tubes. Everyone got like 2 or 3 test tubes, and we were all.
Not everyone. There was like 3 people. I think it was me, you, and someone else. We each got 2 shots.
She just kept handing them to us, and then so of course it was my bachelor party, so I didn't have to pay. So I walked off, and I think she went to either you.
She's like, okay, that'll be $80. And we were like. We were like, gosh, and so I didn't have money on me right then and there, so I turned around. I wasn't ready for it. I turned around and I saw like Tyler and Nick like pulling out their wallets. I'm like, motherfucker. and like I was, and then from then on we had to like shoo them away because there's so many of them. We're like, we know your tricks.
They just give them to you. They don't even like. They wait for you. Once you like grab it, then it's over. Like they take it out of the container and everything, and they're like, here you go, shots. And you're just, oh hell yeah. Like,
it's a trick, man. And they're like, no, they're not grabbing it, so they start putting it in their cleavage, and they're like, don't you want it? And you're like, no, because I know
your head.
Yeah, they'll grab it. I'm like, I know that's like $45 there. I didn't want to. That's a whole new video game.
there was one where I'm pretty sure we went in, and people like there was one girl like sitting in like what looked like a barbershop chair, yeah. Just a barbershop chair with them just continuously putting shots in her cleavage and like spinning around in circles.
Don't they have that? That's the moon too.
Yeah, the
guys just kept going in there and doing it and like just that like I was like that's probably so much money.
I checked because I wanted to do it for you. It was like $40-something.
Yeah, I was not gonna.
But it was, I was gonna pay for it. But it was that was the one that was on Bar Rescue. That show was on that bar was on a reality TV show. It's like a haunted chairs, a haunted barber like lived there or something. And
yeah, that was weird. That was a.
But I got you a drink from there. They got you the skeleton like cup.
Oh yeah, I do remember that. Yeah. That was fun. That was a good drink. Another drink I like that we can't get here, the Gatorades.
Grenades?
Yeah.
Grenades are so good.
Grenades.
Oh, we gotta go. I'm actually thinking about going to planned on the podcast going to Bourbon for my birthday. Going
Really?
I was thinking about it, getting an Airbnb.
Have you ever been to Bourbon?
Nope. Never been to Louisiana.
We got to get him drunk on bourbon.
Yeah, it's hand grenades.
I'm pretty sure that's like what you're supposed to do there.
Well, yeah. But I mean, like you have to do it.
Don't eat at the fast food place that's on Bourbon. They give you food.
Is it not good?
It's what is it, like Checkers or something?
Oh God.
Crystals.
No. Crystals.
Yeah.
So it's not that it was. So I was really drunk, and we went into this place called Crystals, and they were like, "Bro, they have really good chili dogs." So I was like, "All right, that sounds dank." I had 6 chili dogs.
I had some chili dogs too.
And then me and Joel went
6?
Yeah. And
He had a lot more than I did. I had like burger. I had like a sampler, so it was like a burger, a chicken slider, and a couple of chili dogs.
I just don't remember how I had that many chili dogs. But anyways, so then me and Joel left and tried to find somewhere to go to the bathroom, and we found an IHOP, and we go in, and I just went straight to the bathroom. And then they were like, "You have to buy something," and I can't remember what he bought.
Some water for like $3.
Yeah, I think he literally bought water and was just sitting. So then, because now I was so super drunk, but all I can really remember was sitting just me and Joel sitting at an IHOP at probably like 4 a.m. drinking water. I was like, "What are we doing here?"
I don't think I heard this before.
No, because I had to use the restroom, and I know he did because after I just had 6 chili dogs, so I was like, I gotta go to the restroom somewhere, and like it was past like we went to Crystals because the bars were closed, so they were still serving food, but everywhere else was closed. So I was like, I gotta go somewhere to the restroom. And the only place we could find that was open with the restroom was an IHOP. And like I said, I didn't like ask them or anything. I just walked in the IHOP and walked to the restroom. And that's what I'm assuming the guy told Joel, like, you have to be a customer to use our restrooms.
I bought a couple waters.
So we just sat there and drank water.
But the chili dogs, there was something up with the chili. Or something, I don't know.
Or I should just not have had 6.
And, I got sick too, but like,
oh, that's right, yeah.
Like I didn't get as sick as Scott because Scott threw up in Jared's car.
Oh yeah, no, I
did?
It was our car.
It was in your car?
Yeah, I was in the passenger seat.
Oh.
Jared was driving,
Yeah, he was driving.
and I threw up all over the dashboard.
Poor Jared, dude. Jared had like so many plans, and we
We were on our way to like a tour for like some sort of like I can't remember. I wish I could remember what it was, but we were on our way to like this really cool event, and he even had me on the phone. And he was like, "Tell the lady we're gonna be a couple minutes late," and I was like, "All right." So he gave me the phone. I'm like, "Hey, we're gonna." was it? And threw up all over the
projectile vomited.
It was literally, and then Jared was like,
That's a real thing.
I've never seen it on the outside.
he was like,
That's what
what?
happened to me.
And then we pulled over, and then I threw up a lot more, like on the side of the road. Jared was like, can we still make the thing? And I was like, nah, we gotta go back to the hotel.
Oh my god.
Everything that Jared planned, and we're not going to tell every story. We'll save it for another.
Yeah, we'll keep some of the stories.
But Jared, every plan that Jared had that weekend failed.
Except for one, and that's a story we'll tell later.
The one that he didn't fail at was glorious.
It was a lot of fun. Shout out Jared for that whole thing. But
hashtag Satin King. Hashtag.
oh, the Satin King. Tune in later for this story. But anyways, so I guess back to some of our. So as we wrap all the way back around and maybe come to a close here. So we got to talk about people we want to drink with, people we would want to drink with, some of the drinks we would have and they would have. I don't know. I thought it was fun. I don't know, man. There's a lot of different drinks that I didn't even get to touch on that I like. I know same with you guys. But I guess last shot around, if you could have a shot right now of something that we didn't discuss. So a shot that we didn't talk about, and we could finish off the podcast with a shot right now, what shot would it be? And also, if you guys, the listeners, have any recommended drinks, beers, shots, whatever the case may be, let us know. He's a bartender. Rambo's a bartender, and we drink a fair amount. But there's always those drinks, and I feel like girls know shots that nobody's fucking heard of. Like, they'll walk into a bar and give me a peanut butter slip and slide. No one knows what the fuck they're talking about, but they know. So if you got any shots like that we would never, Dragon's Tooth fucker or whatever the hell they're called, give us some shots.
I like purple geckos. You ever heard of purple?
See, I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
So
Andrea told me what purple gecko was.
Yeah. So anyways, recommendations are always welcome. But, I think it'd be a nice finisher. What shot would you want right now that hasn't already been said?
What shot would I want right now that hasn't been said? I don't know, man. I'm kind of basic when it comes to shots. I just kind of like grape Gatorades. I can't think of anything else. But you know what really good? Lesbian encounters.
Lesbian encounters. Okay.
Shout out Hugh and Jeff's, because they're the only ones that make them.
So Rambo's going with lesbian encounter. I've never had that, but you said it was Hugh and Jeff's?
See.
All right, I might. Next time I go, next time I go, we'll try one of those on you. All right.
Physically loaded.
Yeah, I would like to probably. I can't think of like a certain brand. Maybe Sky. Actually, I kind of like that Sky vodka. But anything, damn near anything like mango or peach mango shots, I could just drink those all day. So anything peach mango. I'd go with probably Sky vodka. Just down that right now.
I like mango, but I don't think I've had a mango alcoholic drink.
Yeah, like those flavored vodkas. I can only really find it with vodka, but
mango margarita.
Yeah,
it sounds good.
But yeah, so like some sort of mango shot. And again, just because it's the only thing I can think of, probably Sky right now.
Okay, so mine, I guess it's not exactly a shot, but you chug it. Mm-hmm. I don't remember what's in there, but it's called a Charlie Sheen.
Oh, Charlie Sheen.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
I've had it once, and that's probably the quickest I've ever gotten drunk. Just after that one drink.
Never heard of that
It's
before.
just, I know it's a whole beer
set it up a
and
certain
some kind of shot, and then
There's
you
2
drop
shots.
it. Yeah, it's like 2 shots, and then a bunch of other stuff in there.
That makes sense.
Charlie Sheen.
That sounds fun. That's what you want to end with right now?
Yeah, I did it with that shot.
Okay, and what you got, Joel?
Pour a little bit of my Bud Light to a cup.
Oh yeah, you're not a liquor guy. Okay, so do you have a preferred shot?
No. We'll try a blowjob. That was my answer earlier. If I was gonna think of like a drink, it would probably be either like something that's like a novelty. That's like, oh, give me the strongest shot you have, because I think it'll be funny if I take it.
Okay.
If my friends see me take it, or give me the funniest sounding one. If so, yeah. Because it's just like, hey, give me a boyfriend. And then I'm like, oh, why is he asking me for a boyfriend? I was like, just give me the shot, dude. Just give me a boyfriend shot.
Okay, so if you ever run into any of us at a bar, you know what kind of shot we want to have, beer, drinking partner, what have you, anything, So if you run into us at a bar, give us one of those drinks. But I think that's going to do it for this second episode of This Round's On Us.
Yeah. Too bad we didn't have it on video again this time, but hopefully next time.
Yeah, hopefully next time we can have it on video. We're going to continue to do audio no matter what. We're always going to get some audio content. We would like to do video soon. So something to help us out. Again, talk about us, let people know we're there, and also bear with us. You got to know this is a new thing that we're doing together. your group of guys just talking. And we're gonna come up with a lot more episodes, a lot more topics. Some more fluid than others. Some maybe more cringy than others. Just bear with us. Don't judge people. You know, if you were gonna judge us for our first 2 or 3 episodes, like that's not fair. Come on, help us out.
Yeah, we're trying to figure it out.
We're gonna get our bearings under us, but you know, we're gonna find some topics that we do like, don't care about. You know, whatever it may be. But again, talk about us. Let us know people know that we're doing this, that we're out there. We have Facebook, we have Twitter, Instagram. Most of them are all at This Round's on Us, or the title page is This Round's on Us. So any way that you can get our name out there, or just follow us, talk to us, reach out to us, comment on the links, you know, give us suggestions. If you got things that you would want us to talk about, let us know, and we'll tackle it the best we can. So, you know, help us out. We're gonna hopefully get this thing taken off, you know, but one step at a time. And right now, all it is talking and getting what we can out there, and then hopefully video soon. We want video coming soon. So,
All right, guys.